Hey everyone. Uh, this might be a long video, it might be a short video. It's not a review so much as a story and feelings. It's going to be heavy. Man, it's going to be heavy. Sad, but happy too. And that's the funny thing. I said a little earlier about in my cool water video that it was probably my number one sentimental sense, and then I said no. Probably Chaps was, but for different reasons that I said I didn't want to get into right then and there. And a couple people messaged me already and asked me to talk about it. So, yeah, probably not going to be fun. So if you don't want to watch it, it's heavy, man. I'll understand. But at the same time, this can be therapeutic. Well, here's this. Chaps by Ralph Lauren. It's kind of their drugstore. I know it's nothing super fancy, and it smells drugstore-ish. A fougere, I guess. A lot of woods and spice and lavender. I'm not here to review it. Truth be told, I don't even really like it. But I don't think I'll ever be without a bottle of it again. And let me tell you the story why. I was 12 years old, 13 years old. Went from 12 to 13. Starting junior high, middle school, whatever you want to call it nowadays. It was junior high when I was a kid, grade 8. And short, fat, ugly. Kind of no different than now. No, but I had no confidence. And my cousin at the time was very, very confident, very good with the ladies, even at that time. I mean, as good as you can be at 13. But that's when we started noticing girls. Some people a little later, some a little earlier, but that's when we started noticing them. And, it's when you start taking a shower without your mom having to tell you to. This is some coffee. Anyway, and he was good with the girls, and something happened. He was in one school and I was in the other, and he was a bit of a troublemaker. Nothing super bad, but bad enough. And he got kicked out of the school he was in. So he came to mine, and we hung out a lot as kids. A lot. My family was always close. We'd stay in each other's houses overnight on the weekends, almost weekly. We were tight, man, as kids. And then you grew apart for a couple of years. And then he ended up coming to my school. And, I wasn't a loser or anything like that. I was always a tough guy. I could always fight. And, so nobody gave me a hard time. I just wasn't, I had no style. Nothing. Even for a 13-year-old, that was horrible. But he helped me out a lot when he came. he helped me with my style and my confidence and everything like that. And, you know, I remember some of the good times we had, man. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. We smoked a little dope for the first time together. Yeah, first drinks. You know, he's a bad influence. He was a bad influence, but he was fun. And, you know, girls and dances. He taught me to dance, and I get good at it, believe it or not. I can cut a motherfucking rug, thanks to him. Good times. Taking unexcused absences from school. I remember one time we missed the bus. It was towards the end of the year, so nobody really cared. But our parents still made us go to school, of course. But we were like, nah, fuck that. It's late spring now. It's mid-June. It's only a couple weeks left. It's a real nice day. You know, let's miss the bus and walk to school. And that whole walk, man, I wish I could fucking let you in my head and see, not just my head, but my heart, man, so you can feel so much fun. Walking and meeting people who weren't going to school too, and we're all hanging out, and, you know, we go down to the mall and, you know, smoking and sitting around and waiting until lunchtime. And we get in there and after lunch to go back to school, and the teacher looked at us both and, what the hell are you guys doing here? What do you mean? We're supposed to be here. We were here this morning. And Dave pipes up, we're sick. We were sick. She says, sick? Yeah, sick of what? Or sick from what? Without missing a beat, he goes, sick of school. I'm like, man, what the fuck? You're gonna get us fucking, man, this dude's gonna, teacher was cool. There's a couple weeks left. He didn't fucking care. Everybody had zoned out at that point. You know what it's like, last week and a half school or whatever. Everybody's zoned out. And he was like, oh, whatever, well, might as well leave because I'm not marking you here. Fuck you, then we're leaving. And we left. And we had a great day again, just sitting around waiting for the bus. You know, sitting around the school, the places you'd sit and smoke and talk and have a good time. And yeah, man, good times. Good times. Sitting at the other school we lived by after, like, because we lived, there's two schools, you know what I mean? And anyway, we'd sit at the other one we lived closer to and play sports, tennis, you know, football, smoke and drink pop and beer, and when we could get beer. And I don't mean we're drinking a lot of beer, you know, sneak 2 or 3 beer from fucking one of the old men and go down to the school, sit in the staff. Fuck, that beer is gross. Still gross. I don't care what anyone says. That's coming from a Canadian. I hate beer. Yeah, and just the girls. I keep saying it, man, but that's what it was all fucking about, man, was the ladies back then, man. You said you're walking around a bag of fucking hormones, a 13, 14-year-old, you're a fucking stiffy, you know. Fucking. And part of the reason this is so important to me, chaps, is that's what he wore. Every time I smell it, man, that's what he wore. Daily. It was never a spray bottle. It was always, you know, the couple drops, you know, it was always chap. I think because it was Ralph Lauren, so it still was cool, but it was also cheap. or cheaper. It wasn't quite as cheap as the drugstore stuff, but it was sold. It was, most of your drugstore stuff you get for $10. This was like 20. So, but you can still say I'm wearing a Ralph Lauren. It might be a little more expensive now. I don't even know if they make it anymore. I always just buy it off eBay when I run out. I don't run out a lot because, like I said, I don't like it, honestly. I don't like it as a scent, but Jesus. As a reminder, it's funny, like I was talking about earlier, how your sense of smell, man, is your... sorry, able to conjure up so much emotions and memories, and so it does it better than anything else. You can see something and, like I said, be like, oh yeah, I remember that when I was a kid. I remember seeing that. That was cool, and you might get a few memories and a little emotion, or hear something. Oh man, that sounds like fucking the frogs from when I was 7 that lived across the street in the pond. That was fun, but you smell something, man. Oh, wow. And it's like, I don't know, there's probably a scientific, your olfactory sense is connected to something in your brain, and scientifically, but you're instantly brought back, almost like a fucking time machine. Boom, you're there. And this does it for me with him. Man. And I think everybody has that cologne or perfume or something that they probably don't like, but they'll never be without because it reminds them of someone or sometime, or both. In this case, both. This reminds me of my youth. When I say youth, people think, oh, we're 18 now. No, my when I was a young preteen teenager, early 90s. It reminds me of that time, and then it reminds me of him. And man, I'm not going to go into the details, but obviously you can tell by the way I'm talking, he's not here anymore. I'm not going to give you the reason why, but he took his own life. Never seen that coming, man. It's usually you don't, man. It's you don't see it coming usually. I just don't see it coming most of the time. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you don't. So hug everybody, man. If you love somebody, man, tell them you love them daily. More than once. Tell them every time you possible, I love you. Don't get over it. I mean, yes, you can say it too much and it doesn't. But man, hug them. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them. You just never know, man. You never know what's going on in somebody's head. And then people out there, suicide, that's for cowards, and, and it's a coward's way out. No, it's the only way out for these people. And it's sad, and I'm not here to debate whether it's right or wrong, but it is not a coward's way out. I'll fight a motherfucker for that. It is not a coward's way out. These people have something wrong upstairs, obviously. I mean, because most of us, man, life is hard. Life is real hard, guys. You sit there and you just, and it doesn't matter how good life gets. It can get just as bad as it is good, a hell of a lot quicker than you think. Life can fucking knock you down, step on your fucking head while you're down there, and take a dump on your face, man. It really can. And most of us, you know, I mean, ain't none of us wired right. We're all fucking nuts, but most of us who are wired normal realize that, you know, it'll get better. It'll get better. And we fight and it gets better. But what happens when you can't tell yourself it'll get better? Or you fight and you fight and you fight and it don't get better? You just rather not be here, man. And that's what it boils down to. Is people, unfortunately, they can't fight no more. It ain't that they've given up. They haven't. It's not a coward's way out. They're done. They lost. You know, and there's a stigma about it where fucking, still to this day, which is fucking stupid, where people just don't want to ask for help. You know, they think people are going to make fun of them or you know, oh, you're fucking, stop being stupid. What are you thinking that stuff for? Go to work and be a man or be a woman, whatever, and fucking be an adult, I guess, and fucking, no, man. No, son. Son. Life can fucking knock you down and it can seem like you're never going to get back up. And you just reach that point where you just can't anymore. You just can't. You fought with everything you have. You can't get back up, man. Again, I ain't saying it's right. You know, and maybe it is even a little selfish. I don't think so, but it sure as hell ain't a coward's way out. It's a fighter's way out. These people fought more, longer and harder than any of us ever have. Any of us ever would. And they couldn't take it anymore. "28 years old. Fuck, just a baby. Whole life ahead of you. I warned you it was going to be heavy, guys. It's heavy. And don't come at me with that religious bullshit. It's a sin. You're going to hell. Let me tell you something about your God. If your God would condemn somebody to eternal damnation because of that, that's a mean motherfucker. They've already lived through hell. They wanted to get out of hell. That's how bad life was. It was hell. They wanted to get out of it. If anything, God is going to welcome them with open arms. Welcome home, my son, my daughter, my child, whatever. You fought hard. Anyway, don't come up with that religious bullshit. I'll fucking smack you upside the head. And I'm a believer. But that shit is just ridiculous. Yeah, I warned you it was going to get heavy, guys. But let me get into this. So the fun times too. There was fun, and he had it and wore it. I got it not too long after that because he was so good with the ladies. The girls, they weren't ladies, they were kids. So, but he was so good with them, and this helped. You know, and the girls did like it, and it's not a bad scent. I just, you know, it's your typical. You'd have to smell it. I can't describe it. It's okay. Look up the notes if you're wondering if you want to. But what I was getting at is funny how we all have a scent of something. It might not be a perfume or a cologne. I guess it could be any gasoline, apple pie, bacon, cookies, bread, medication cream, you know, that menthol stuff. Whatever, there's a scent that I guarantee everybody in the world has a scent, at least one, that just instantly brings them back to whatever time it was. And usually it's a good, and this is a good, like, I know I went hard on it, but man, this is a good, I mean, we had good times, man, and I wouldn't fucking trade them for the world. Those memories, I smell this, and I'm hit with sadness, but at the same time, I'm hit with happiness, you know? It's like a contradiction, and junior high dances, man. Dressed to the nines, you know. Well, at the time, you know, MC Hammer pants and fucking fancy fucking dress shirts that are all fucking designs and, you know, MC Hammer pants. Fuck. Yeah, I wore them. But just dancing and smelling good and looking good and having a good time. And yeah, we had them, man. Me and Davey had them. And man, I wish you were here, brother. But at the same time, I understand. You know, I understand. I didn't at the time. It didn't even seem real at the time, you know what I mean? But 10 years to contemplate, grow up a little bit, and you realize it wasn't your fault, man. And it ain't nobody's fault, guys. It's just life, man. You can be fucking on cloud 9 one minute and, you know, hole up to your fucking neck and shit in the next minute. Call yourself out, man. And please, guys, if you're going through that stuff, seek help. Talk to somebody professionally, you know, or even if you know, talk. You know, these professionals. I know people think they're trained for this shit. They're not going to judge you. You know, they're not going to throw you in a nut house. They're not going to tell everybody you're crazy. They're not going to tell you because you're not crazy. You need help. Straight and simple. You need help. You know, don't be somebody's memory. Just don't. Not that kind of memory anyway. Anyway, guys, ranted a bit. Probably go on for another fucking hour about the good times we had. Usually involve not going to school and girls. Not going to school and girls at the same time. That summer was a blast. Yeah, I got heavy, like I said, ladies and men and gentlemen and gents, and I think that's why part of the reason I'm just not pretty laid back, not judgmental. I mean, I get angry like everybody else, you know, but I try my best not to, and I try, and it's okay to be angry too, guys. It's a natural human emotion. Don't suppress it. You know, if you're angry and you want to tell somebody something, take a few minutes, take a deep breath, so you don't speak in anger and come at them. You know, like, I don't like the way you're doing that, and this is why. Not right away, fuck you, you son of a bitch, what the fuck is your name? No. It's okay to be angry. Everybody gets angry. It's when you hate. Angry, that's wrong. You know, you shouldn't hate. And I guess that's why I try not to judge or hate. Well, this is one of the reasons. I mean, this is who I am. I guess part of my DNA or whatever. I try to see the good in everybody in every situation I can. And if I can't see it, I try to make it. And sometimes I fail. Sometimes I feel just like, wow, what the fuck, what am I doing? I can't do this. Not to that point. But I want to give up on whatever it is I'm trying to do. Not on life. Even I get there and But the people they're not, I mean, where I can look at something and say, well, fuck, I can't do that. You know, I'm going to either need help doing it, or I'm going to have to get somebody who's more experienced, show me how to do it, or, you know, somebody who's like that would just, that's one more fucking blow to the head from life, you know what I mean? They can't. So, if you're like that, get help. And guys, if you know anybody who's even contemplating that shit, man, get them help. You know, I don't care, man. Drag them to a fucking a professional kicking and screaming, you know, if you have to. It's better than carrying a coffin to a grave. Yeah, anyway, that was my rant. Don't be a memory, guys. Peace and love. Be good to each other.